They say the youth are the future leaders, but most of these young people tend to take issue with that. Instead, most of them think the youth are the current leaders. And of course, who better to prove that than a very young, aspiring leader who has joined us today. Welcome to Amaika Live. I'm your host, Faith Chikanga. Hello, Kusalama.
Salam.
Now, I want you to look at that camera and just introduce yourself exhaustively to our lovely viewers. Tell them, and please tell us what you are beyond the political banner.
Thank you very much. My name is Charles Arunga, and I'm part of the Jua Kali team based at Konyero. Nafanya mambo ya supply and delivery of construction material and general transport. Na mwaka wa 2027 nitakuwa nagombea kiti cha MCA ward ya Shewe.
Okay. Now, as a young person, I just want to know, you can state that one thing that has inspired you to get into politics at this age.
One thing that has inspired me to join politics, like I said, it's because we have been having leaders who we have elected, and when they get into those positions, they push for their own interests. They do not push for the interests of the people. And as we understand, mostly MCAs, their work is to legislate, oversight, and to represent. And some of the laws that they put in place do not actually favor the electorate. So that is one thing that has inspired me to run for office. And also in terms of development, I can say that we are not doing so good.
Okay. Yeah. Now, do you have any personal experience that equally drove you into politics?
My personal experience in terms of politics, I would say I have been supporting some few candidates here and there.
Oh, okay.
For example, in Kisa East, you understand that there is a by-election, and I have been there personally to support one of my friends, Honorable Isaiah Ramayana.
Okay. Now, one of the reasons as to why most of the people, the young people, at times they tend to shun away from getting into politics is because they feel they don't have sufficient funds needed for a campaign. What's your thought on that as a young person?
It's true that in Africa, and more so in Kenya, we have had people tend to judge you on how much you have in terms of politics.
Sadly.
And some of them take it that when you are young, you are not good enough to run for office, especially because maybe you don't have the funds. But you know, it's in politics, there are those that use monies to have political, like to gain their political steps. But there are some of us who are young and who are inspired by maybe we are willing to serve the people. So like for my case, I'm not aspiring because I have a lot of money. I am aspiring because I know that the people of Shebe are in dire need of a servant.
Now, goons dominating the political sphere, especially in Kakamega County, it's been something that it has been of a growing concern. It's always like the best communication. Some leaders normally come up to kind of suppress very vocal leaders. What's your thought on that?
Yeah, in the past, like let me say just after the 2022 general elections, Kakamega has not been as peaceful as before, and that is precisely because most politicians are invading goons within the public, and it is just my humble request to leaders that goons cannot win you an election. Goons cannot give you a scorecard. You just need to work for the people, and by good chance, the electorate might reconsider you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, so as a leader, I just want to know maybe one of the sectors that you will really prioritize on, one of your key agendas that you will really prioritize as a leader.
Some of the things that I prioritize, one is we have to go with education. An educated society is far much better. So, you know, like for example, in these counties, there are bursaries that ought to be given to each ward. I think in Kakamega it's about 4 million to each ward. But you find that in a ward like Shewe, you know Shewe is cosmopolitan.
Yeah.
If you try to walk around and ask around if there are any beneficiaries of that that bursary, you'll rarely meet a beneficiary. And that is one thing that Charles Arunga is really looking forward to, working on bursaries so that our children and our brothers and sisters can get a better education. Number two, we have a problem with infrastructure. If you walk around Shewe, not just Shewe, major some in other wards, you'll find that they have poor road networks, and you know, something to do with roads, it has to do with the economy. Because if there is no mobility, then the economy gets stuck. Yeah.
Now, I just want to know maybe, how would you ensure, because most of the people normally say once a leader gets into office, an MCA to be very precise, you tend to lose touch with the ground. So I just want to know maybe what would you do to ensure that you still keep in touch na watu wa ground?
Kitu ya kwanza ni for those of you that know Charles Arunga is an outgoing guy, na ni mtu ambaye anapenda kuassociate na watu, especially in terms of sports and all that. So for me to lose touch with the people, it will be somehow very difficult because I'm an outgoing guy. I like to take corrections and positives from my electorate.
Okay. Now another thing, maybe I just want to know, maybe most of the people normally say once somebody gets into office, of course one of your major roles is to represent the people.
Yeah.
But at times you get compromised, and at the end of the day you take care of your interest. So I just want to you to assure us, how do you intend to stay true to your promise and not really be compromised?
That is one thing, like I said before, it's one thing that is making Kenya to drag behind, because some of these senior politicians, when we, the younger generation, or maybe those of us who are in the lower position, maybe MCA, our senior politicians tend to think that they have control over us. Now we find that some of them are bought and they pass into law bills that are not favorable to mwananchi. Now, in most cases, it is just because maybe they are greedy or something of like that sort. But I want to assure the people of Shewe that you have a leader in me. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I just love the fact that you've mentioned that some leaders might pass bills that are considered unconstitutional. Now, based on that, I just want to know, maybe with this very controversial bill, the Computer Misuse and the Cybercrime Act, do you think that this bill is meant to protect the country, or it might suppress some of the dissenting voices?
Actually, this bill, it's just because maybe some leaders feel that they are being targeted. leaders feel they are being targeted. And of course, there is one thing for sure is that we do not have direct interaction with some of these leaders, and mostly these Gen Zs, Generation Alpha, they communicate through social media. My plea is just to my fellow youth, as much as you are willing to make corrections for the leaders, you can do it in a better way. You can do it in a much more positive way, without insults.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you think it will regulate how people tend to convey their message in the social media space?
Let them regulate, but not. They should not like. What is that?
Okay.
They should not
completely do away with
completely do away with it.
Okay.
They should just regulate it such that people can express themselves, and leaders should also accept corrections. Let's just call a spade, not a big spade.
Nice. So I just want to know, maybe how would you rate the incumbent MCA Musundi performance-wise?
In terms of performance, I think you have seen the number of aspirants who are willing to take that office in the year 2027.
Quite a number.
It's quite a number, a huge number to be precise. And if the current MCA was doing well, maybe I wouldn't be part of the team that will be aspiring. And that clearly shows you that he has not done well.
Okay. One of the issues that normally plague Shewe as a ward is the growing number of unemployment with the youth. And you being the youth, of course, you know it better than anyone that the rate of unemployment is always growing. What is that one thing, the plan that you will come up with to help youth monetize even their talent, perhaps, because that is a trajectory most youth would want to take to get a job?
Yeah, what I can say is that in terms of employment, an MCA cannot do much. But I would urge the youth to, some of these youth do not like taking up manual jobs. But manual jobs some of them are paying.
Yeah.
For example, me, I have been to school, but I'm not employed. I'm just doing some locally jobs here and there. And also sports. Sports could be a big source of income. I have a brother who has a football academy back in Basa, and we normally communicate. At times I request for him to come and watch some of the players that are from within here, and he has produced actually some good players. For example, Moses Shuma of Homeboys, and that's also a means of making ends meet, isn't it? So,
yeah, it's a house.
And also me, I'm in the rugby field, rugby fraternity, where I'm supporting younger generations to play rugby, because some of these players have opportunities. It's just that I have the talent. It's just that opportunities are not. And also Kenya rugby is not paying well.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, my next question was actually to ask you anything, maybe any charity works you are involving in that you think can empower the youth based really so much on their talent.
But
you've answered me that. Clearly you've answered me that. So apart from football and rugby, because I'm not actually shocked seeing you, I can only think of rugby as a sport. Any other activity maybe you think you've been involved in?
Any other activity, I I interact so much with the youth of Kakamega,
Yeah.
and some of them are tuk-tuk drivers, we have boda. So, in terms of employment, the current government and the current Kenya that we are in now, matters of so many people are unemployed.
Yeah.
And at times, like I said before, youth are afraid of these manual jobs. And that is the problem we have with the youth. They are ignorant of these manual jobs, and those are the jobs that are readily available.
Okay. Now, to our viewers, if you've just joined us, we are having a conversation with Charles Arunga, an aspiring MCA at Shewe Ward, who is just taking us through what the manifestos and what he'll do differently as a leader. So, if I can take you back to education on the county, the ward level, I just want to know maybe what do you think can be done so that there can be equal distribution of bursaries?
Yeah, that's a good question. The problem we have with the allocation of bursaries is that, like I said, Shewe Ward is cosmopolitan. Some of these leaders, when they get into office, they find it as an opportunity to make more money. So, when, for example, maybe you have Shewe and Shewe as like all people from different regions. Kuna Wahindi, kuna Waworia, kuna Luya, Kalenjin, all those sort of people. So, at times, I feel like when these bursaries are to be dispersed, people go there and fill in their own names and pocket that cash. And if I were to be elected today, but it's not possible, of course, in 2027, I will do something, I would try to put in place measures that can help my people get those bursaries by indulging more with the village elders, so that they help you get the needy students from within Shewe.
That was even my main concern about allocation of bursaries, to make sure that indeed that money is being received by families that are in truly dire need. And not really pocket it just for the fellows who are in charge of the whole procession. They tend to pocket that money. Nice. So another thing I just want to know, maybe this is I think this is even not really an interview, it's more like me learning something from you. If you ask me. So security is still something, as a Shewe Ward, it has really pegged it. So I just want to know, maybe as a leader, what you intend to do, maybe to try and curb insecurity.
Insecurity has become too much in Shewe. I remember, is it like 2 or 3 months ago, we had a boda guy who lost his life in Otiende. Otiende is an estate near Nala Hospital. There's a boda guy who lost his life, was killed brutally. There is another one who was murdered, a chef, who was murdered near the current MCA's place, Mulunu. And so for me, I take it that for a leader, you cannot fail in all aspects. At least if you are not good on matters development, you need to be good on matters security. And I want to urge the leadership of Kakamega maybe to contact with the necessary authorities, because I've never seen like a statement even from the governor, from the senator on matter security.
Okay. Now, another growing concern, I would just want to know, what do you think can actually be done to change this whole narrative? Because I think so much the youth has pegged so much on white collar jobs. Wanataka tu hiyo. So if we can infuse technology maybe, how do you think we can go about it so that we can create more job opportunities?
Technology, in terms of technology, you see, as much as we would want to empower our youth with technology, but again, the government, like you said, the president signed into law a bill that will undermine technology, and some of our youth have employed themselves through these social media accounts where they are able to market themselves and market and become brands and of course earn a living from it. But maybe just for the government to reconsider the bill that it took in, that was signed by the president.
Yeah. Now, one of the problems that has really crippled the county governments in the devolution of course, as a county government, it's corruption. Do you think that the e-procurement will help to seal the loopholes of corruption?
The problem we have as Kenyans is that once you get into office, you want to change everything that is in place. My idea would be that with the manual procurement, just have an improvement of it. Like having an e-procurement will not change anything on matters oversight. We have people who are responsible for oversight, and those are the people that are supposed to help us reduce the levels of corruption in our country.
Nice. So I just want you to look at that camera and talk to the Shewe Ward residents. Tell them that one thing that you intend to do as a leader that will make you outstanding from the many candidates. So there are very many candidates, of course. What is that one thing that will make you outstanding from the rest?
So, am I allowed to talk to you in any language?
Yeah, any language, please. Yeah. Feel free.
Because most of the electorates, some of them not understand.
It's understandable.
Kwa hivyo watu wangu wa Shewe, mimi hapa naitwa Charles Arunga, MCA wenye mtarajiwa mwaka wa 2027. Langu tu ni kuwasihi sahihi IBC inafanya continuous voter registration, na vijana wenzangu wachukue kura ili mwaka wa 2027 tuwe na nafasi ya kuchagua viongozi ambao ni bora. Iwapo nitapewa nafasi ya kuwa MCA wa Shewe, nataka kuahidi ya kwamba nitaunda sheria ambazo ni za manufaa kwa mwananchi, sio sheria ambazo ni za manufaa kwa wananchi kwa wakubwa, ama sheria ambazo zitakandamiza wananchi wenzangu, kwa sababu kwa muda mrefu tumekuwa na viongozi na wamekuwa wakiunda sheria ambazo za kujisaidia hao wenyewe. Jambo la pili ni ya kwamba mnajua licha ya kwamba tuko na one of the best contractors within Shewe, lakini njia zetu ni mbaya, and that is one thing ambayo Mheshimiwa Charles Arunga ataangalia kwa umakini. Jambo la tatu, bursary allocation. Bursaries ambayo zinapeanwa kwa Shewe ward hazifikii mwananchi wa kawaida. Vote for Charles Arunga for change. Asante sana.
Yeah. Now, before we even wrap up, I just want to know, as an aspiring leader, which is your preferred party?
At the moment, I am not aligned with any political party, but of course tunakaa chini we are watching. I would want to associate myself with a party that speaks for the people, a party that is truly democratic. That's all I can say.
Now, when you're choosing your party, will you choose a party based on if the party kind of aligns with your ideologies as a person, or you simply choose a party because you think it's a very popular party?
One key mistake that people tend to make is that they want to align themselves with political parties that have more money, so that they can fund their campaigns. But me, I would particularly align myself with a political party that listens to the people, that we share the same ideologies.
You will not choose a party with the intentions of protecting your interests or political survivors. They normally call it, most of the people.
I will not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for honoring our invite. It's been a very extensive interview. I feel like it's actually a lesson to me, and I hope the same applies to our lovely viewers. Thank you so much for always tuning in. I'm your host, Paige Shikanga, and always stay tuned at Amayuka TV.